All right, guys, the recap for Tuesday, KNDI, and I didn't make an official call on this one, but I pointed out that it's worth watching through 18, okay, possible. Actually, I put out a possible Tokyo in it, but it had already busted through 18. Anyway, it ended up getting to 1880. One way you could have played it, if you were too late getting the 18, and I should have called it as such, but I didn't. Look at that two's pullback. Very clean to the 5.8. I was off looking at WWE at the time, which is why I didn't call. But that's a clean pullback to the 5.8, and you still had a nice move. But there was no official call in KNDI. WWE, I called, I believe, at 13. Let me double check. I think it was 1340. Okay, just looked it up. 1342 with a 1330 stop. There was a trigger, and it ended up closing at its highs. I'm not surprised. This thing had room to run. From 1332 went to 1399. Sorry, 1342 went to 1399 on only 12 cents risk. GPRO, I called it 39.62 with a stop at 39.39, and that's just because it jumped out of the gate and was flagging, and this is a recent issue that, I thought a high of day. And what I said was, I believe I typed out 39.62 could get us to 40, and it ended up going slightly through 40. It went to 40.14. But nice trade if you took it. I made a little bit of money on that one, probably not as much as I could have. That was GPRO, LVLT. I just played this as a straight up bounce play. As this thing started to come up here, and I think it was on bounce watch. So that just means, after 30 minutes, a break of the high of the day, which is what happened. I called 42.68, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 42.68 with a 42.48 stop, so only 20 cents risk, and look at that. I mean, that was real. I went all the way up to, what, 43.49. Very, very nice one there. I just had a wonderful day today. Hope you guys did too. Dang is in my notes. Okay, I called this, I think 1436 probably, when it looked like this. When it looked like starting to come up there. I thought if it took out this high, it should get through the high of the day, and the daily had room to run. So 1436, it only went to 1450, but if you trade right, that should have at least been some money in your pocket. MBLY, okay, MBLY never triggered. Okay, and then I had a couple feeler lots and a trade in CVS, and that'll round out my day. I called a feeler lot in John Deere, put it on the radar first that it was getting ahead of itself, and somebody asked me in an email to explain the entry. They alluded to the fact that I said, if you are ever getting ready to take a trade and you can't explain in detail the reason why you're taking the trade, then don't take the trade, and that's a good metric to live by, okay? And so the person said they didn't understand why I called John Deere here. Well, a couple reasons. One, you had shape. In and of itself, it's already interesting, right? Because it's grinding higher, and grinding higher again, and then you get shape change. Almost straight up, and look at the volume. Okay, so there is possible intraday capitulation all by itself. All right, now let's switch to 60-minute candles. Actually, for the purpose of this video, 15s shows it better. You see these recent highs here and here. Anytime you have a stock that's moved a long way and then tries to break recent highs, a lot of people, when you're a new trader, you think, oh, if it gets over this from about a week ago, it's really going to run, right? That's a breakout, but not after it's come that far and it was very extended in the short term. So I literally took this short at 86.48, and that's with 15-minute candles, and you can see what happened. That was literally the high of the day. So that's the reason. You had an extended stock breaking recent highs after moving, again, extended, after moving really far, getting that shape, and I just put an offer out at 86.48, and it only went to 51. I love that. It made me feel smart. Anyway, from 86.48, it went down to 85.14 at its lowest. And because I'm getting used to trading with Psy Group, today was my first day actually placing trades the way I've kind of designed it or set it up to. I didn't get anywhere near the entire part of that move. I wasn't even sure how to cover a stops. So, but I'm getting used to the platform now. I really like it, and I love the low fees. If you have any questions, you can shoot me an email about it. But I may just be a prop firm trader solely down the road, but for a while I'm going to trade both accounts, that and my TradeStation account. I think I covered down here by the whole number 86. So I got, you know, about 50 cents when I could have had much more. Okay, the other feeler lot was FE. Now this one I gave a warning on that, hey, I'm watching it for a, you know, for a possible top. Let me slide this over here, and you can see that at about 1:20 in the afternoon, 1:21, I typed out FE shape, and then I put on watch. So you had a warning there that I was looking. And then right after that, about 4 minutes after that, typed out shorting a feeler lot, and I gave the link to explain what a feeler lot is if you don't know, at 32.50. All right. And so the reason for that one, for the emailer that asked about the reason for the trade, again, you had a move from 30, a big move after the gap down, and now is getting shaped to the upside. And again, I switched to 15-minute candles to show you. Look at the gap down, and then look at that. You talk about extended, and then there's the most recent high. As it takes that out, that's not a breakout because it's come too far too fast. So shorted it at 32.50. And that's 15-minute candles, and you can see that was the high of the day also. And the lowest it went was 32.50. It went down to 31.66. And then finally, late in the day, Walgreens was going crazy, WAG, just really falling apart here. And CVS looked actually like this. And I said CVS had support there. Let me just use 15s and show you. It had, or let's go 60s even. CVS had nice support in that area, and it looked like the news was specific to Walgreens also. So you had great bounces off that area. Walgreens bringing CVS down, and so I turned on the projector and said this could give a nice, this could give a twos here, and I gave the reason that that it was basically trading lower off of Walgreens and it could bounce from here. So the twos entry that I suggested, you know what, I'm not going to do this in every video, but just for the purpose of people that might be saying I never heard that or I didn't see that, I'll just bring over again the chat logs, and you can see that I had the camera on. Okay. I typed out CVS may give a twos, and that's when I turned on the camera. So just to prove it. I don't know if anyone's doubting me when I make these videos or not, but anyway, so that was a twos idea, which means the first break of a previous twos high, 76.38, 76.16 stop. And that was the low of the day. And look at that. It went all the way to 77.42. So overall, a very nice day. Hopefully that explains, any questions on as to why I try to turn on the projector and show you why I'm making a call, but I don't always. Because keep in mind, I'm running a chat room, but I'm also busy trading myself, and now I'm actually trying to trade 2 accounts. So just understand that I don't always show in real time, but if ever I call something and you don't have any clue why I called it, you certainly ask in chat, and I'll try to show you whenever I get a second. All right, I'm going to quit babbling. Have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.